So my name is Kurato Hashimoto. I'm head of Zephyr Japan, based in Japan, of course, buying all world specialty coffee all over the world. Coffee business, I've been in like 15 years. I started in coffee since there was like, okay, so I spent some time in the US being a chef, as well as in Japan. And after I get married with my wife, I need a decent job. Like, of course, chef is a decent job, but it's not perfect occupations for the married man. I wanted to spend, my family with a weekend, the holidays. So I trying to find to seek another possibilities. And what I can do, I can speak English, I can taste, and I have no problem traveling any other countries. So the first job pops up was coffee company named Nippon Coffee Trading, and I was working there as a sales of green beans to the roasters. Nothing to do with trading, but just selling coffee to the roasters for about 4 years. Next job was at the Ball Cafe, becoming a chief specialty trader. That's where I get into more specialty coffee. Okay, Colombia is very special because, of course, we already know the biggest origins producing the fully washed. So that's why people love Colombian coffee. It's like especially Colombian mild coffee. So, um, because we are a small company, so we have to bake something special. Not just a good coffee, but it's got to be a best coffee. And then best possibility was Nariño, and I like also Wheeler. But while Wheeler is also very famous for Japan, and people easier to travel to Wheeler, it's a fantastic place. While Nariño is kind of far away, not easy to get. So that's why I start picking up Nariño. I've been to Nariño more than 10 times and know pretty much all about Nariño. I started to find the best coffee in Nariño back in like more than 10 years ago. So back in time, altitude, more than 1800 and 1900, it's more available in Nariño. Higher altitude, and that's where the Nariño was like, where the Andes Mountains split in three ways. That gives a lot of hills, and so mostly Nariño producers are, producing coffee at the very steep mountains, so which is great for their water drains and ventilations, airflows, and a very fertile soil. I found best possible quality coming from, say, Bourbon, Typica, Caturra, those kind of varieties. I'm still a big fan of Typica, which is now almost impossible to find a decent amount of Typica. But still, yeah, personally, I love Typica. Ecoterra is, I'm very impressed. I mean, they are super friendly and they prepared everything. I mean, usually I travel all over the origins and I request cupping and presentations and visiting farmers, but usually they say yes, but it doesn't happen all the time. But with the Terra Coffee, they prepared everything's perfect. And the answer is a little bit different. They are more like a very traditional way of running the company or like the cooperative. And so it's just, makes also a great cupping profiles. Masako is something special. Of course, named after Natalia. She's fantastic because we always have honest and open conversations. So if something bad happens, then we talk about it. If something good happens, we enjoy it. So we share a lot of things. At the end of the day, okay, I come to Origin every once in a year, but just once in a year for a week. So Natalia or the people at the Origin, the one who's dealing with coffee all over the year. So it's really important to get to know each other And then when they prepare the coffee for me, I want her or them to remind me, hey, this coffee is for Kurato. So must be this way he prefers to process. I was born in Japan and spent some time in the US. I'm still living in Japan. And also I'm traveling all over the coffee origin. So I see a lot of course, people living down there is honestly like the poor life. My dream and what I'm doing and what I'm going to do is keep trying to save and support and help each other for the people who I know, which is some people say, hey, Krato, it's just too selfish. I'm just trying to save and help each other almost like a friend that I know. So that makes me happy. So as long as I'm happy, almost my dreams come true.